So today we're working on the Monte Carlo. I didn't see a ton of information out there on these like billet aluminum adjusters. I have an issue where anytime I'm up over like 5,500 RPM on a launch or really any time frame, I will end up losing my belt. So we basically are going to test out this like manual style tensioner and see if we can get this one to kind of support what we're looking to do. Since there's really no information out there, what I will do is I will assemble it here basically on camera to show what we're doing. I'll just take the old one out. I even went as far as trying to put a brand new tensioner in after my other one. I considered it failed, but it didn't really fail. Alright, so you have this pulley, and one side's got a bevel in it, and one side does not. You're going to want to take this, you're going to want to actually put this on the side that's not beveled so that it'll spin on there. You're going to want to take the bolt, the long bolt with the shank on it, and the washer, slide that in there. This is going to go up here on the top one, and I put that on the wrong side. It's going to go on this side, so that you have the beveled end for your bolt accessible. Then you're basically just going to take the short little bolt that comes with it and slide it right here inside of the groove on the back, and go ahead and sort of snug it up just enough to where it's not all wonky while you're trying to work with it. Then you're going to take a 6mm, in this case at least, Allen head, where you could sort of just hand snug that up. Gives us space to be able to move it while we go ahead and get it put up on here. So there is these spacers that come with it. Now I haven't check to see which spacers go where, but I would assume that this would go like that. So I would say I will do this one here. Like it's lining up pretty good. Really didn't test any of this out or see whether it was even really compatible before I put this or started recording. I started taking the old one off, and then I thought if I couldn't find really any videos, you guys wouldn't be able to find any videos either. I thought I'd be the guy to give it to you. But we're not going to get too carried away cranking these down. I wouldn't say it would be a bad idea or anything like that to put some Loctite on those, but again, I'm kind of just seeing if this even fixes my belt issue that I was experiencing. Mosquitoes out here today. So it looks like turning that, maybe I crank that. Yep, that's exactly what happened. So there's that and that. see kind of what we're working with there. Should we look pretty straight. Alright, I'm going to grab a 1/2 inch breaker bar where we can go ahead and pull back on that, tighten that up significantly tighter than this other tensioner ever could, and we'll go from there. Alright, for the sake of time, we are going to go ahead and just use this ratchet here, because I didn't put my breaker bar where I normally would, so it's not exactly where it should be. So I'm going to give this a real good crank. Boom. Tighten that down there. Then we're going to go. Since I didn't bring a 13 out for that, I was doing some other stuff here with the headlights and getting the bumper set up on the car, because it hasn't been on the car properly in a long time. So we'll just get these couple things snugged up a little bit. And we'll just kind of show what we did. So right here is our billet aluminum tensioner. Went ahead and tightened it up a lot better than what the factory one could. We noticed that it spun real good once we had it tightened up on here. All of our Allen heads are tightened up really well. We will go back through them and potentially even take them one by one and stick some Loctite in there, just so then we don't have any kind of other issues. The bolts aren't quite as long as the factory ones, so they are only protruding into the threads maybe about halfway. So I wouldn't mind maybe getting some longer bolts by a little bit if I end up using this into the future. So that's at least a short little, I guess you could say, run through on putting one of these billet tensioners together. Kind of show you the routing in which I put it in, and a back view. You can see there's the little spacer in the bottom, big spacer, big spacer. These two are the same size. Small bolt, long bolt with the shank, and the washer. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in today.